I'm Ben.
I'm Ron.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jason. And this is Hometown Has-Beens. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hometown Has-Beens, episode 17. We are bringing this a day late for, I would say, good reason, but
Yeah, it's not.
basically, we talk a lot about this wiffle ball tournament that we do, and it was this past weekend, and we were planning to record there, and we did record there, but we couldn't give you a quality episode because our mind was on winning a wiffle ball game.
Getting them dubs.
Yeah, so so that's where we're at. So we're a day late and $1 short, and there's also kids with us. So if you hear screaming, that's just our parenting. So
We're
do not be alarmed.
We're the ones screaming. They're good. We just scream at our kids.
And also, there's no Chris.
No Chris today.
But we do have some 5-star ratings and reviews to shout out because that contest is over. We're waiting until next episode to announce the winner because it takes a couple days for some of the reviews to come in. And I said the end of August, and it's just now September 2nd. So we could get a review tomorrow, and we don't want that person to be left out. So from Gatlin Boswell, great pod, great group of guys, hilarious stories, keeps me laughing. From JMGD23, who we think is Jessica Duncan, hysterical, listening to y'all on a flight and actually laughed out loud. Hearing you rant makes me feel like I'm back in high school. Who knew y'all were so funny? You got something to say about that, right?
Yeah. So the best part of that was it post review. Golly. Best part of that review was she said, "Who knew you guys were so fun?" We went to high school with this girl. You
should know we were funny.
Apparently we were not funny. And now it's like, oh yeah, look, they've grown up to become funny.
Yeah. So thanks for the review and the backhanded compliment. Yeah. The next one is Bird Dog 1121. I have no idea who you are. So if you win, you have to let us know who you are.
I bet he was born on November 21st.
That's what you think?
And he likes coon hunting or bird hunting.
I was about to say, why would it be
bird? If you like bird hunting,
dog.
if you got a bird dog, you also have
I don't
a coon
think
dog.
so. No,
That's
no.
not true.
Those are very different things.
I have 2 bird dogs. I've never coon hunted in my entire life.
Really?
I think you need to get closer to the mic, Ben.
Buddy, my nose is touching it. Like, I told you this is going to be a problem.
He does look like he's making out with that mic right now.
Well,
So
all right, so from Bird Dog 1121, hometown listener, this small town talk show is hilarious, and I have an hour drive to and from work every day from BC to Lawrenceville, and this podcast makes the ride so much more enjoyable. It is so relatable. Thank you, Bird Dog 1121.
hey, bird dog, let us know if you coon hunt.
I bet you don't.
I bet you do.
Ben?
I don't coon hunt.
No.
Bird dog. Bird dog 1121. Man.
What about them? You said Ben. What do you want me to answer?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Do I think that they coon hunt?
Yeah.
I don't know if they bird hunt. Like, you can have a bird dog and not bird hunt.
This is true.
Yeah, but do you use it in your username if you don't like? Nah, this dude coon hunts and bird hunts.
Wow. All right. The next one is 2121 UGA. I think we know who that is. I think
Do we?
Natasha, I think. Isn't that her?
Is that Nat?
I think so. I think that's her.
Yeah, that is her. I'm pretty sure she showed me that one day.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Belly Laugh. That's the title. This show makes me laugh out loud. These guys are hilarious with their banter. I listen every chance I get. So much fun to listen. Thank you for the reviews.
Yeah. Get us on them lists, baby.
We're trying. Look, I don't know what the algorithm is for getting on Apple Podcasts, like new and noteworthy podcast lists, but we've got more reviews than a lot of those. And so, anyways, real quick, from episode 15 that we did a poll. Should we do a conspiracy theories episode? And 6-0, the votes said yes. So in the near future, we'll have a conspiracy theories episode.
Dum, dum, dum.
But Chris has got to be here for that because that's just going to make it.
Yeah, we got to hear his conspiracies on God knows what.
Gardens. Anyways.
Conspiracies on gardens. I think his garden is because of all of his conspiracies.
There you go.
Yes,
Like
his bunker.
His a
bunker
very
prep.
apocalyptic mindset.
Yeah.
And I think that he's just ready for the end of the world.
He ready or like ready as in like prepared?
Yeah, he's not ready. Like he's not hoping for it, but I think he's trying to prepare for it,
Yeah.
which is understandable.
Fair enough.
I mean, you know, you see what happened when COVID happened. Like everybody started getting like sick, and everybody freaked out and took off the toilet paper.
You know,
which is a weird.
What's that say about us?
It's a weird thing to hoard. Because like that is not like it doesn't sustain life.
Can't eat it.
Like I'm gonna be honest, man. Like if the world ends and I can get everything except toilet paper,
I'm good,
dude. I'll just go sit my butt down in like the creek and like wash it off or something.
Shoot,
Like,
I've done it before, and it wasn't a toilet paper shortage. You know,
sometimes you know like, that's like nature's bidet.
Yeah,
you know?
Oh my
the
God.
river.
Yeah,
Back with the bidets.
Hey, you know, Rollins said he heard on the bus the other day that the world was going to end in 2027.
Oh really?
I thought it was 2000, and I thought it was 2012.
Yeah,
So-
2012. Like
So, you know, I thought that was an opportunity to, you know, tell him our religious beliefs about the rapture, and then I got into heaven the best I could for a 5-year-old. So I told him all these amazing things about heaven. You're like, yeah, the streets are going to be paved with gold. Blah, 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 blah. I get done with my whole spiel. I mean, we're talking about raptures and heaven when streets of gold. Rylan goes, yeah, but Daddy, do I got to wear them Jesus clothes? Like,
that's what he's worried about.
Yeah, So, yeah, but do I got to wear them
Can I
Jesus
keep my
clothes?
gym shorts?
Yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Oh,
I was like, I think everybody's naked. That's what I'm saying.
speaking of clothes, and Hudson wanted specifically asked me to include this. So Hudson the other morning, you know, he gets more excited about SHAPOW than probably any of us.
Yeah,
And so he
takes it
So
serious.
he like dreams about it, man.
Also,
And
shout out to Hudson. I want to say real quick, he
Hudson
did
played,
really well
dude.
this year.
He played.
He was drilling
man.
the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like me, and like
Yeah.
and I think that remind me to come back to the close thing. But speaking to SHAPOW, like I get so mad, man, when I lose, and he's the same way. And it's not, I'm not a good influence when it comes to that, but like I think Jeremy Steinacker probably thinks I'm a lunatic. Like and he can come correct me if I'm wrong when he hears this, but like he's like, and I want him to know I really appreciate him because he's like, man, don't get down on yourself, man, keep your head up. And I'm just like, I'm always like this, like I'm a lunatic, I know I am.
Do you notice how
but he was trying to encourage me.
You notice how I didn't say anything?
Yeah, because you're a lunatic too. Like,
I knew. I know.
What's
but, like,
funny is
he was like concerned for my well being.
Yeah.
Like he was like, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. And I'm like, man.
Yeah.
by the end of the day, I was concerned for everybody's well being. It was so hot.
Oh
was
my
very
gosh, dude! I thought that like we were all gonna have heat strokes.
Seth, shout out to you. Seth was like the biggest fella there
In a thick shirt.
in a thick shirt with his
thick
SHAPOW
shirt.
logo safety pinned on
I'm
it or
so
something.
happy Seth came.
I am
am
too.
too.
I went
man.
home and told my wife.
I was so
like, y'all
excited to
know
see
her.
him.
I was like, Seth has just his personality, man,
Great,
makes.
As the kids would say,
Stuff
he's got
fun.
good aura. That's the thing.
Do the kids
What?
say that?
Yeah, the kids, this
They know what
aura,
aura means?
but they misuse it a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
They
that makes
like
sense.
someone walks in here, they're like, "Oh, aura entering the room," and I'm like, "Everyone has aura. It's just like
Isn't it aura? Aura?
I don't know what we're talking about.
aura, AU,
A-U, aura.
ROA,
Man, they have a real aura around them.
aura.
I don't
Man,
know
I
what
hear
you're talking
kids.
I
in
hear
the
the
background.
kids.
So
Daddy Daycare episode. Back to
Daddy
the close.
Daycare.
So, anyways, speaking of clothes, so I thought this was actually funny. It made me laugh. Like, Hudson was like, we were going somewhere early in the morning, and what are they doing?
They're having
I
a
don't know.
good
So
time, man.
he's like,
I'll tell him keep it down just a
Oh,
little.
that's good. I got it.
okay, go tell him, and then
Yeah. Hey, we so glad y'all having fun. Y'all just keep on keeping on, okay? I ain't telling them to keep quiet, dude. This ain't their fault.
It's true. It's also the youngest.
He taught a big game. Like he was about to go up there and tell them to be quiet.
He doesn't have a kid in this.
I was never gonna tell them.
It's just Molly and Inslee. Yeah. It's Molly and Inslee screaming.
So anyway,
never gonna tell
the
them
other morning, and I wish Chris was here to hear this, but it's probably better. He can even hear it on the podcast. But Hudson's like, I had a dream. He's like, we were at SHAPOW, and Chris walked up to the plate wearing cargo shorts. and he pulls a list out of his cargo pocket, and it's a list of, it says what to do. Don't strike out. Hit the ball. And then the last thing is don't wear cargo shorts. And then he looks down and goes, dang it, I'm wearing cargo shorts. Oh my God.
No, hey,
so when my
so good.
When my 9-year-old is making fun of Chris's cargo shorts, dude, you know, it's like
the thing is, like, that is such an accurate. Like, if I was writing a sitcom about with an episode of SHAPOW and Chris is my character, that is exactly what I'd do.
Yeah.
So Hudson's picking up some good stuff.
Dude, he was talking. He was talking such good trash yesterday. Like, I remember one dude was in the field and somebody dropped the ball, and he goes, "Man, I'd have caught that." And Hudson goes, "No, you wouldn't have."
Oh man, dude, that is so funny that the last thing on the list was
don't wear cargo shorts.
Hey, full disclosure, when he got out of the truck, I thought he was wearing cargo shorts because I couldn't see. I just saw they were longer.
I don't even think you can. I think those were capris.
He said they're and one gym shorts.
And them were capris.
Those were culottes. Peggy Hill.
Peggy Hill, baby.
Oh, man.
But
while we're talking about your rage monster, Ben, you like Hudson would, hit one well, but he's just not as fast as, grown men.
Yeah. Right.
So they throw him out, and he gets mad, throws his hat down, throws his glasses, and then you're like, hey, pick that up. We don't do that. And then Ben strikes out and chunks the bat.
Yeah. I like how he said, we don't do it. Yeah, you do.
You mean you.
You don't do that.
That's so good.
Well, I don't care if he gets mad. I don't like it when he cries. Like, that's my thing is like, like you can get mad. Just don't cry like a baby.
I've got mad when we've lost and nobody was crying. I think it's like, you don't care.
We only lost one game, and it's because I walked in 4 runs.
Jason did walk several. I was trying to be encouraging, but
it was frustrating to me too.
Yeah.
But once I figured it out, like after that one inning, everything was smooth sailing.
Yeah.
The rest of the day, I gave up like 3 total runs. Ryan gave up 0 runs.
I only gave up.
Did either one of y'all give up a home run?
No, I only gave up.
So the only home run that Chris gave up a couple, I think.
Dude,
I didn't give up one.
I went 30 innings and gave up 2 hits.
That's pretty impressive. I went.
Probably had like 19 strikeouts.
I think I went 6 innings and had 12 Ks. So yeah.
I didn't pitch because they don't.
We
trust
were
me.
dealing.
Oh yeah, I really don't think maybe 4 people put it in play. Well, yeah. I mean, I really 5, maybe 5. 2 hits.
Yeah.
There was one error. Chris dropped one.
Yeah.
Hudson dropped one too.
Now I walked a couple guys, but felt good about the performance.
It was great.
I
hit like
twice.
how many home runs?
I hit 5 home runs.
5 dingers.
I'm a stud at this thing that don't matter.
I think you hit 6 actually.
Well, maybe
because we talked about it, and you had 5, and then you hit another one after in the last game.
I hit. I think I hit the home run cycle. Grand slam, 3-run home run,
2-run and solo.
2-run and solo.
I only hit 3, which I think is what I hit last year.
I hit 1, and I was robbed from the tree from another one.
If I would just not swing hard, I would hit more.
I don't know, guys. I swing with everything. I
took a lot of walks.
Maybe that's why I swing hard with everything I got, but it's still not hard.
Yeah, I don't know.
Most of the home runs too were like, for sure. Like there was only a couple that just barely eased over, and none of them were ours.
Yeah.
Like when we hit one out, like it was
the longest one I hit all day was in warm-ups, and it didn't even matter.
It was a monster. I just hit it to the road. Oh man!
But
it's a great time.
Look, next year we will. Chappow's gonna be bigger. we'll have video by then. You guys can see some highlights.
There was a picture that we put on social media in the Bucky suit.
Being in the Bucky suit.
My wife took the pictures, and they were terrible.
She stood so far away.
I know.
Well, I mean,
but hey, thank you, Savannah, because I wasn't willing to get
Okay, yeah. So let me say this before, like I left the Bucky suit at home, and she drove it 30 minutes. So that I could still have
brought
it.
the backstop.
And brought the backstop. So she can stand wherever she wants to take the picture.
Yeah, she did a great job.
But yeah, I fell twice.
Oh,
I'm so
more than
embarrassed.
twice, didn't you?
No, I fell running the bases twice, and just like for no reason.
When you fell at third.
Look at my knees. So they're all skin up.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
So did you make the turn?
He made the turn.
So at third, it was kind of more of a legitimate because I was going to go home.
Yeah.
And when I made the turn, my left foot planted and it just slid, and then I fell.
Yeah.
When I fell at first, dude, I don't know what I fell over. I was just running like as hard as I could, and the next thing you know, I just fall on my face.
Dude, the amount of people that fell for no reason yesterday. My personal favorite was Isaiah when he turned second. he ate it. I mean, he ate it, and then he started about bear crawl to third, and he made it about like 2 bear crawl steps, and then was like, it ain't worth it.
Well, falling in the field was like because it was so slick. Every time somebody would try to make a play, they would just face plant.
Ryan.
Yeah, I did a burnout, man.
Ryan, like,
just didn't go out.
Yeah, it was rough. But what was funny is like Hudson fell going down the line to first base 18 times. And then when Ben did it, I was like, it's hereditary.
Man, it was, yeah.
So y'all missed a good time. There's plenty of people who drove by. One car drove by like 18 times.
Yeah.
They kept circling around.
So I played 1 inning with the Bucky suit on because it was hot. Like I thought, I seriously thought I was gonna pass out wearing it, but so I was like, I'm gonna play 1 inning because I said I would. And when I was in the field wearing that Bucky suit, every person that went by was just like laughing at me. Like it was like I could see him just like cracking up.
Oh,
I was cracking up.
It was
when you ran down the first line and the little tail on it was bouncing. That joint got me.
Oh man,
I couldn't hardly run in that thing, man. Like I went back and watched a video of myself because Santa filmed me running to first.
Oh man.
And I was
we
like,
gotta get that one.
We gotta get that one up.
I was like waddling. Like I mean, I waddle anyways, but even more than usual. Like
it was just amplified.
Yeah.
Man. So there's the SHAPOW recap. The has-beens did win. If you were worried, we got a trophy and stuff.
Well, and let me make this clear. We won, and Hudson is a good little ball player to be 9 years old. But we won with him in our lineup, and basically he has a greater chance of getting out than the other 4 of us. So if he didn't play and our lineup was just the 4 of us, it would have been real bad. Because like Hudson, like you say, he'll hit the ball really solid and then still get out because he's just slow.
Like if you would translate that, us hitting it the same way he hit it, that's a base hit every time.
Yeah, but so he would hit the ball and get out, and so that's like a free out for them. When if he wasn't in the lineup, man, it'd have been ugly. So
it was ugly anyway.
Next year gonna be a little bit different, I think.
Yeah, we're
gonna do some drafts.
We're doing
we'll
some
split the has-beens.
Has-beens up. We're in it's gonna be a little different format.
Which I like that anyways. Like I like being on the same team as Ryan, but at the same time, like I felt like nobody on any other team like matched my competitive energy. And so
I don't know
like,
Gatlin.
Yeah,
Gatlin does it quietly.
Gatlin's pretty competitive.
Yeah,
but he's not emotional.
Can we talk about his brother jumping over?
Yeah,
oh my God,
that was incredible.
So Stetson Boswell, some of y'all may remember Stetson, basketball guy from back in the day.
He's a has-been.
Yeah, he's a has-been for sure.
But after
hometown
this story,
guy. So Stetson is going to running to second base. Was it Porter?
It was Porter. It was a ground ball
to Porter. Porter's going to just tag him out. Stetson leaps over Porter.
Yep.
From a dead sprint, like not.
No Sean Marino.
Yeah, didn't jump around him. Jumped over him,
like over his head.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you got Ben and me and all the other guys falling down out there because we can't even run without tripping. And meanwhile, you got 22-year-old Stetson Boswell out here leapfrogging folks. So
it was nuts.
It was a crazy play. Yeah.
But shout out to Chris because he had the awareness to just be like, okay, I'm gonna throw this to first and get the guy first.
Got the guy
because that was Like he probably should have been like, what?
Yeah.
So, and let me say that, like, because he's not here, so I'll talk good about him because we make fun of him so much. But like Chris,
He's
is
still
like
got it.
he is the most sneaky athletic because the like Chris's persona and the way he dresses and stuff like that. It's like he's in disguise, like trying to hide that he was like super athletic in high school.
Yeah.
Like he shows up here every day in like a tie.
Yeah.
You know, that Joker, like he still had the best swing of anybody out there.
Yeah,
like he just smooth, just hitting the ball. Like I mean, like he can still shoot. Like I've seen him shoot. He can shoot way better than me.
Yeah.
And he hadn't played basketball because he didn't play all the way through high school. Like he was like me. He quit after 9th or 10th grade.
Yep.
And so like he's crazy athletic, and I bet most of his students are probably like, man, that guy ain't athletic at all.
So yeah, he did well.
But he could dominate them. So good for you, Chris. That a way to like maintain athleticism because I don't have any left.
Way to not suck.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, well done. All right.
I know what that means.
That means it's topic change. All right, so that was the SHAPOW recap and a couple other stories. I'm gonna tell this story real quick. Recently, my wife changed her hair. She's always had blonde, like been blonde, and it's like a dark brunette now. So I'm telling this first as a disclaimer. If you see me around town with a dark-headed brunette, don't freak out. I'm not cheating on my wife. That is my wife. So anyways, she feels good about this hair. And it looks great. I just got to get used to it because it's confusing for my brain. But it looks good. Well, I've always seen her as blonde.
You're like, you're on this line where if you go right, like the wrong direction,
she looks great. It's hard. I
night.
can't. I'm like, wait. Okay. Anyways, so I recognize that's my wife now. But the other day, I get a text message. And she says, hey, I think I just got hit on. And, of course, that piques my interest. I'm like, what are you talking about? She said, well, I was in the checkout line at Walmart. And it's self-checkout because, like, they don't open normal lines anymore. And they got, multiple right there together. Mm-hmm. And she says, yeah, I was checking my stuff out. And there's this guy and the other one that was behind us. And he had a baby. And he finished his checking out, and then he started striking up a conversation with me, and I was like, well, it seems like you knew a lot about what was going on with him, so maybe you were looking at him, but whatever. And anyway, so he's hitting on my wife, and I said, well, how did you react? She said, well, I was nice to him. And I said, well, what he looked like then if you were so nice to him? So don't hit on my wife, okay? That's all I'm saying. If it was you, if you're a listener,
just a general public.
That was my wife. Also, if you got a baby, why are you talking to women? You shouldn't. You got a baby. You got a wife and a baby. Don't talk to my wife.
Maybe he had maybe he didn't know what he was doing. Because I remember the first time I went and bought diapers. Like,
he's just trying to get help. You think he's trying to get help?
Yeah, he was trying to get help.
Well, get to the point and stop talking about my wife. All right.
Well, I mean, but he didn't he wasn't complimenting her looks. He was just talking to her.
I don't know, man. Inslee said that he said, I love you. So.
Well, that's a reputable source. I mean, I talk to everybody, ugly and pretty. I just like to talk, man.
Well, it was funny because I'm like, oh, so you've been talking to Wally over there. Anytime I do something that she's mad about or I do something wrong, I'm like, I bet Wally wouldn't have done that, right? She said, who's Wally? I said, your fella.
Your fella.
But I asked Inslee, I said, hey, Inslee, did mommy talk to this guy? And Inslee just cut her eyes at me and grinned. And I was like, oh, okay then. But,
well, I mean.
But I guess it is like, okay, my wife's getting looks from other people. I don't get that from other people for sure. Yeah. There's a reacher and there's a settler in every relationship. Okay?
What?
No, this is real.
Okay.
All
right.
Is this from How I Met Your Mother?
It could. I think it is.
I think it is. Yeah.
All right. So the reacher, the person who is has outkicked their coverage,
Okay.
You're the reacher, Ryan.
I'm definitely
I'm
the
the reacher. Like, I'm reaching up to another level.
I'm reaching, and we're holding on.
Right. Our spouses,
Yeah.
they're the settlers. They settled for someone less than.
Yeah, we're safe. We're not going anywhere. That's what it is.
Right. They're safe.
Yeah. No.
That doesn't mean we're safe.
We're the safe choice.
Okay.
We ain't going nowhere. I mean, me and you, we in it for the long haul, baby.
Right. Because we're reachers.
Yeah.
All right. So my wife's a settler. So when other people on her level start hitting on her, then it makes it tough for a reacher like me.
Yeah.
Well, I think though that it makes you feel good.
Yeah, it makes you feel good. It
makes her feel good. That's what I mean. When I say you, I just mean like people. Like if somebody if you feel like you're getting hit on, it makes you feel good.
I wouldn't know. I don't even think my wife's ever hit on me.
Yeah, I sometimes I'm convinced that like Savannah married me so long ago that she's just like, man,
this long-term investment is just
if I knew this guy was going to be bald and. When I married this dude, he had long, beautiful hair.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
He's
you
bald
did have some
and
locks,
old, but I will say that. So years ago, like when we were in high school, I remember me and Savannah were already talking, or whatever. But we weren't like dating. We didn't like date.
I hear kids.
But
Daddy Daycare episode.
Yeah. But I was like, it was back. I mean, she didn't have like a camera phone, but she had like a Canon snapshot, that kind of phone.
Yeah.
And I'm going through pictures of it, and her and her friends went to a Braves game. And I came, and there was like 37 pictures in a row of Brian McCann. And so I was like, Savannah, like, you got a thing for Brian McCann? And that's always been like this running joke. Is it like I'm like fulfilling her Brian McCann fetish? I'm bald, big, and have a beard. I'm like poor man's Brian McCann. Yeah. So there you go. Like maybe she got what she always wanted.
Dude, like when me and Allison were dating, we dated all through high school. We started dating at 16. And she would tell people, like, yeah, I'm still dating Ryan, after a while. And people would be like, you should not settle on one person yet. You need to go. They would tell her,
that's good advice, to be honest.
Yeah, but what's that? They knew me.
No.
The people knew me.
I know you, and that's still good advice. I'm not saying, like, I tell kids that all the time.
Hold on, so Allison should have dated other people, man?
At 16 years old, I would tell any 16-year-old not to say that you're going to marry the person you're dating.
Well, I mean,
it worked out for you, but
they didn't say that. But they were like, oh, I feel like you should get out there some more.
I just think when people get too serious that young, it's like, man.
Yeah, but nobody told me that.
I would have.
Nobody, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody's like, Allison, you need to do this, this, and this, and but no one was like, Ryan, you need to go explore. Like, ain't nobody saying that to me.
I'm fairly confident our kids might have just left the room.
The kids may have left the room.
I think I heard the door close.
Nope, they're back.
Nope, they're here.
There she is. I'm sorry, Jason. Do not cut this. Do not cut this. Jason is getting on to his kids right now, and it is hilarious to me.
Yeah, when you go back and listen to this, Jason, to edit, please.
Like,
you have to leave it.
Hey,
it's
you shut that door.
It's
authentic.
Shut
that door.
we want a level of authenticity on our podcast where people can see the real us. So
yeah, Jason, I'm sorry. If you talk to me that way, I would be like, you shut that door and you shut that door. How many doors do they have open out there?
I don't know. I don't know what they were doing. All right, he's back. Jason's back.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, like, why didn't people tell me that I should go explore? Why they always tell Allison?
I tell everybody that. Like, I'm not like, I don't judge it based on appearance.
Right. It's because they knew it wasn't getting any better for you.
But like,
100%.
We all teach high school. Like, when you see kids just all tore up about high school relationship or spending every dollar they have on like a 15-year-old relationship, that's stupid, man.
Yeah, but like, in the moment, like, what else? Like,
oh yeah, when you're that age, you think it's your whole world. But like, that's what I'm saying is like, now as a grown man, you look back and you're like, man,
yeah,
that stuff is just a waste of time. Unless you're Ryan, that worked out for him.
Now,
like,
I will say, I think I kept her because she didn't like. Because she just was like, I put too much time into this.
I think that's kind of the
remember
thing
when you said
while,
walking that line, like if you go left, it's like that's you're on the line.
What? No, I'm
you
breaking
said,
on.
Yeah, I kept her. I guess like.
No. I was saying. But
that's what she said.
The only way like if she would have took the advice, someone much better than me.
Oh yeah,
is coming. Now
It's like the longer she's with you, she's put that much effort into like shaping you into what she wants you to be. And so it's like that's a long-term investment that she's going to lose. You know, she's going to have to retrain somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, like she's already trained you in all the ways that she needs you to not suck.
No, all that was a joke. In the words of T. Brown, make them laugh, man. I made her laugh, and I just, well, she's a lucky woman.
Ben said something. He said like Savannah had this like she liked Brian McCann, and now he fulfilled that wish. I guess my wife liked the food critic from Ratatouille. Because that's the wish I'm fulfilling.
I had 2 kids tell me that this week.
Man.
I mean, I see it for sure. Especially, I probably need to be more healthy, I guess. Get rid of these bags under my eyes and stuff.
How good the kid? So my first year teaching, y'all know we had those Mimeo student views. And so, like,
what is he talking about?
I have no idea.
Okay, so
you ain't gotta explain.
You can write on a sheet of paper and it'll project it on the board.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So, but it projects everything like live, right?
Yeah.
So I'm writing
an overhead projector.
Yeah. So I'm writing on a piece of paper using this thing, and this kid goes, "Coach Griffin, you got old man hands."
Which is so true.
Oh, it's 100% true. And I look down and I'm like, dang, I really do.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with my hands?
But you have a skin condition, so it's like
I mean, let's call it eczema.
Atopic dermatitis.
Atopic
I always say you can tell how old people are by their hands.
That's not
Like
good.
you can get Botox on your face, but ain't nobody getting Botox on their hands.
No.
So like you look at like a lady that tries to look real young.
Yeah.
Look at her neck and then look at her hands.
Her neck.
Yeah,
because it gets all wrinkly.
Yeah, they'll like tighten all this up, but then like
No,
Tighten all this up.
It's true.
You can't hide the neck and you can't hide the hands, man.
That's right.
Yeah, Botox. That's
I
a big
don't
thing,
understand.
though.
I don't understand that, man. Like we all get old.
Botox.
Like I'm just like
Trying
trying
to
hard.
look younger.
Like I understand if it's something minor, you want to feel good about yourself and have confidence.
Would you ever get like hair plugs or whatever it's called?
No.
Yeah, but we don't understand it because we're men. That's not
But
like
some men do that.
Yeah, but like my thing is being bald is to me like more of a radical change than anything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, but
like getting old and getting a couple wrinkles is not as bad as not having any hair.
But I think I referenced this before though on this show. But
It's a show now.
Pod. So I read a study where these women and men came into a long hallway, and on the other side, way down on the other side of the hallway, there was a mirror, but it was like somehow it didn't show people's heads, just showed body. Well, when they went in the other room or whatever, they were like, "Hey, did you recognize who was in the mirror?" or something like that. I don't know. Somehow they set it up, and like the percentage of women that noticed that there was a mirror on the other side, way higher. I'm just saying they I don't know. They just have more of a.
I don't think this story.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Okay, so because females
Pay more attention.
Well, I think it's just part of society.
They pay more attention.
Yeah, looks are more important to females than.
So what I'm
males.
saying is like, so the men didn't even know there was a mirror there. Mm-hmm. They thought the reflection was just some other dude, and they're like,
I don't know. I'm just saying they didn't. I'm just saying they didn't know. I don't know how exactly the experiment was set
some
up.
headless dude down there.
Well, I don't know exactly how, but either way, it was saying that women are much more conscientious of their appearance than men. That's why we don't get it. I don't get that either. I don't care if my hair falls out. Like,
Dude,
I'm getting a belly.
If Ryan goes bald but keeps his side hair,
like the old man cut.
You got to keep it long though.
Yeah. All right, I don't care.
That would be so.
Yeah,
good.
like I'm getting a belly, but I'm not. I don't care because of my looks. I care because I'm unhealthy.
Yeah.
But I think that's why. I don't know. Was all that sexist?
No. You were talking about some experiment.
Yeah.
That's science.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be sexist for everybody out there.
Yeah, we don't understand what he was saying. So.
Okay, just cut all of it.
Nah, we'll leave it. Show them how dumb you are.
They don't need any extra evidence of that. All right, so following how, me talking about how lucky I am that I'm a reacher. So my wife does this thing, and I just want to see if anybody else's wives out there that do this. She's allowed one thing, but it really aggravates me. I mean, it really gets to me. Let's say I'm thirsty. Okay?
Oh, I know where this is going.
And let's say I want my wife to get me something to drink.
I don't know where this is going.
I'm like, hey, you mind grabbing me like a Coke or whatever? That's how I do it. She'll go, I'm so thirsty. To me, that's a declarative statement. There is no action involved.
I have bankruptcy. I declare bankruptcy.
I declare. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I think she does this a lot. Like, she'll say what her condition is and then hope that I
react
or
appropriately.
Read through, and I don't work that way. I don't like. I'm cold. I hear, oh, that stinks. Like I don't.
Yeah, I think that's like a really common thing between men and women.
Yeah,
it's like they expect us to be able to kind of read their mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Or
we're not smart.
Like I always, honestly, anytime Savannah and I are fighting, like you'll have months worth of things that like I probably should have paid attention to.
Yeah.
That come out, and I'm like, why didn't you just tell me all that?
Yeah, we don't know
at the time because I'm stupid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so it's like if you want me to help with this,
be
like, hey, do you mind helping with this? And I'm like, yeah, awesome. I've never told you no.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But that's what. But I think that's just like their nature is to want us to recognize their struggle of whatever kind of struggle it is, whether it's thirst or being cold or what. Like they want us to do that without being asked. And I think in their mind, like that's how like we show love.
But
like I'm just like I'm the kind of person that like when somebody tells me tells me to do something,
I'm just gonna do it.
I'll just do it.
Yeah.
Like let's be honest, like Savannah rules my house. Yeah. And if she tells me to do something, I'll do it.
Yeah, me too.
I don't ask questions.
Just tell me.
Yeah.
I honestly think that Allison's coming from it because I know her heart. She's like a dude. She's like
servant's heart.
Servant's heart. She really is. And I think she's trying to do it so she don't sound like she's nagging. I really I don't know that. But I'm just saying, man, we got to fold. There's so many folds clothes to be folded. That and at no point when I will hear that do I think I should go fold them clothes.
Right. I'd rather you be like, hey,
go fold the clothes, idiot.
There's a whole thing of laundry in the dryer. I'm not folding it. Get up and go do it. And I'm like, shoot. Yeah, of course, I'll go do that.
Anna does the thing where like I handle the folding because for whatever reason I'm real particular about how things are folded.
Of course,
and I do it well.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that too.
So, well, that's just how I am.
Yeah.
But the problem is I forget all the steps before folding, like
washing,
drying. So she'll put something in the washer and say, "Hey, I'm putting the clothes in the wash," and I say, "Okay." And I'm supposed to pick up from there. Like, hey, when it stops, put it in the dryer. I always forget. There's been times where she's like, there's been clothes sitting in the dryer for 2 days. And I'm like, just tell me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna go look.
I don't see the dishes. The dishes are in the like. If there's dishes, I don't see them.
Yeah. No, I'm bad about that too. Yeah.
And I want to make it clear that I am not complaining about my wife.
Oh God, no.
Because I'm just oblivious, and
it's more pointing out our flaws.
Yeah, exactly. I should be able to pick up on the things.
Yes.
It's not because my wife, she's like a superhuman. Like I've never in my life seen anyone like her. Like, I mean, she makes me feel like trash all the time because she's like up doing productive things. And I'm sitting here thinking about wiffle ball. But like I should be able to pick up on this stuff, but I don't. Like I never do. And it's like a character flaw of me. This is not negative about her.
I don't think it's I think it's character flaw of like a lot of men.
At least 3 in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris is going to listen to this with Renee and be like, I'm not that way, baby.
Yeah.
But if he was on
Chris
this
was like,
podcast, he'd be like, I am so bad.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
And
Dude,
then
We should do Chris impressions.
And then he would tell us about like something from like the 1750s literature that about marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, Chris. I miss him when he's not around. He's kind of like...
That'd be weird if you missed him when he was around.
Well, I mean, he's kind of like kids, you know? You send them off, and you're glad they're gone, but when they're not around, you miss them. I'm just kidding, Chris. I always miss you when you're gone. Okay. Y'all looking at me like I'm a weirdo. I was just making a joke, and it did not land.
No,
okay.
it didn't land. Oh, man.
It was like Flight 55, Malaysia, or whatever it was called.
How is that related?
The joke didn't land.
That was a better joke. Sorry to everyone.
He said we should do Chris impressions. That was his Chris impression.
That was a big tragedy. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. Was it too soon? It's been a while.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years?
What was the flight called?
Malaysian Airlines. What was something? No.
75, 55?
No,
there's a conspiracy theory about that.
There was three numbers.
Teacher brag.
Was
we calculated the area to which they would have to search for that plane if it got off just a little bit of a degree, and it was massive.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I can't wait for conspiracy.
MH370.
Yeah.
Malaysia. So not Malaysia 55. That one actually landed.
But I mean,
unlike
they found like
remnants.
Well, there was some stuff that like washed up. I think in like Madagascar and places. But like they found like flight records on the pilot's like flight simulator. He had like personal flight simulator, and like showing like basically, I think that he was going to like kill himself.
Oh dang!
So like I think that they determined that it ended up being what it was. He just flew it until. Like,
what a jerk!
Yeah, that was not nice.
So new segment brought to the table by Ben. We're gonna do it a little bit different than we do. Like, is it manly? So we're gonna say, is it weird? But we're all gonna go around and name one thing that we do that is a little bit different.
A little bit different.
So this came about because of Ben. Ben, why don't you tell the story?
So we have lunch together a lot of days, and this came up, and I felt like I needed to get on the podcast here to defend myself, I guess.
Honor.
I don't know if it's honor that I'm defending. Just
normalness.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a losing battle, to be honest.
It is, but go ahead, plead your case.
I sleep pretty hard, and if I sleep without something to hug, I fall asleep on top of my arms, and they go so dead. They go so dead because the blood can't get to them that like I can't get myself off of them without like violently flailing over, and then I smack my dead arms together like a seal in the middle of the night to like get the blood back in it. And then I wake my wife up. And
he's really trying to sell what he does as being normal.
So instead of that, if I have something to hug, then my arms don't get underneath me. And so I have a pillow that I hug. Now, okay.
I love that you're like, there's only two options.
Yeah.
Either I do this thing, or my arms are asleep and I have to be a seal. Like everyone else in the world has figured out how to not sleep on top of their arms.
Either I turn into a seal or I cuddle with this pillow.
Okay. But anyway, so I have a pillow. I've been hugging it so long that it's not the shape of a pillow anymore.
How long have you been hugging it?
How long you been hugging it? That's an important piece.
I don't ever remember not.
He is 30. Wait, 4 or 3?
3.
33 years old.
I know for sure in high school I was hugging this pillow. So
at least 18 years.
Yeah. So, anyways, I've been hugging this pillow for a while, and so it's so deformed that it's shaped more like a football rather than a pillow. It's not rectangular anymore. It's just like kind of oblong.
It's just a big round.
Go on. Let's get to
and it's so worn out that the stuffing started coming out of it. So I just tied it back together. And so years ago, this has probably been 10 years ago. Me and Savannah, we were just joking one night, and I was like, "Have you seen my pillow?" And she's like, "You love that thing more than you love me." I was like, "Yeah, I do." Like as a joke, obviously. I was like, "I'm gonna name her. I'm gonna name her Joanne." So we all laughed. We thought, "Ha ha ha, Joanne." But then, like, I just started calling her that. And so now...
He still says her.
He said, I call her that. It's a pillow.
So now, like, I'll be, like, going to bed, like, hey, where's Joanne? Like, I mean, like, it's like a thing. Like, my kids, no joke, like, no, if I say, hey, where's Joanne? Like, they know I'm talking about that pillow. Now, obviously, I'm a grown man, and I don't think that Joanne is a person. I know it's a pillow. It's just like a running joke, okay? Like, I'm not that messed up in the head.
There's just a lot of moving parts here. So we got a pillow that has lasted multiple decades.
Yes.
And it has a name.
Joanne, yeah.
And Ben cuddles with it every night. Can't sleep without it.
I can sleep without it. Like when I go on vacation,
he just turns into
a seal.
No, when I go on vacation, I just hug a different pillow.
Oh, so you cheat on Joanne.
You cheat on Joanne?
There's no loyalty on this podcast.
Hey, dude. What the heck?
But like when I'm at home, I hug the same one. And it's better because it's the reason I don't replace it is because I've
you
hugged
don't
it so
wash
long
it.
You don't wash it.
It doesn't smell bad.
He doesn't wash it. Oh, I tell you what though. I'm gonna go ahead and cast my vote for yes. That is weird.
100%. This is weird, dude. Get a new pillow.
But it's not shaped right anymore. Like the thing is this one I've hugged so long that it's rounded, and so like a normal pillow is not comfortable to hug because it's too wide.
It's rounded with bacteria.
Yeah, my bacteria, so it's fine.
Oh,
Jason,
man.
how many pillows have you went through since you were 14?
I have not a clue.
Guys, I actually just got rid of the pillow that I'd slept on like my whole life. Like
wait, what?
What is your attachment to pillows?
I like comfort, and when I find something that's comfortable, I'm really hesitant to get rid of it.
Holy cow.
So I had this pillow, so my parents bought the house that I grew up in the year I was born. Well, they bought it back into the family. I'm not going to get into a family history. But this house had been in our family since my grandpa was a kid.
Yeah.
It got out of the family for a little while. And then when I was 1, my parents bought this house back. All right, you don't need to know that. This pillow that I slept on my whole life was left in that house by the previous owners.
So you have someone else's pillow?
No, this pillow is not here anymore. It died. So
it wasn't.
But it was like a body pillow. It was long, and I loved it. It was like this thick. It was really thin.
Yeah.
And I slept on it my whole life, like from the time I was a kid, like younger than Hudson. I mean, like Molly's age. When I got out of a crib and got to bed, I just started sleeping on that pillow, and I slept on that thing all the way until 2 years ago. And the reason I switched is because it had gotten so worn out. Again, there was no case around it anymore. It was just this lump of stuffing. And
every night you're just like a rat,
dude.
Just piling up stuff.
I just can't help but picture you spooning with this pillow with your thumb in your mouth, like.
So, anyways, my neck started hurting so bad because it had gotten so bad.
Because you weren't using a pillow.
Yeah, like a proper pillow, dude. Go to Bed Bath and Beyond.
So,
or
anyways,
just anywhere.
I got rid of it, but I still have Joanne. But I don't know, man. Like when I find something I like, I'm really hesitant.
Do you feel you got better sleep when you had that pillow and Joanne at the same time?
Yeah. Yeah, like when that pillow was its prime.
It was in its prime when you were knee high to a grasshopper.
You think of pillows like I think of dogs, man. I don't even remember the last pillow I had. Like, what was the one before this one? I don't know. I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird.
But I just get into like I have stuff I like.
Ben's very sentimental. That's what we found out on this podcast.
Dude, you don't want to
have an attachment to that pillow because of years prior, whether you remember it or not.
Whether you want to admit it, you love this pillow.
But it is weird.
It is weird, yes.
Okay.
My feelings are hurt.
Hey, if you think that's not weird, maybe that'll be the poll this week.
Yeah. Honestly,
I really don't want that to be the poll because I know what the results are going to be.
If you, let's do that. Reach out to us on social media or.
If you do something like that.
Like you got an attachment to a thing that you shouldn't have an attachment to.
I don't have an attachment. Like, I don't love my pillow like I love my kids. I want to make that clear.
We know that. But you're like, I can't sleep without it or else my arms are dead and I got to slap people with them. And,
I mean, has that never happened to y'all?
No, I don't.
Your arms have never went to sleep.
I'm
night,
sure once or twice.
Yeah, but
not in
like not it. Maybe if it's like I don't know,
hanging to the side or you're
on it.
Mine, I'll like roll onto my belly and they'll be like under me like this.
So put them to the side.
I don't know what I'm doing when I'm sleeping, man. Like they just, but like they are so dead. I'm telling you,
you need to go to a sleep doctor.
I'll be on top of them and
have to Take Joanne.
I'm such a big dude.
Dude, if you go to a sleep doctor and they say, "Oh, this is the problem. It's Joanne." Like, what are you gonna do?
Listen,
are you gonna get rid of Joanne?
Dude, I have fallen asleep on my arms, like face down, and they're so dead that I can't roll myself over. And that's a scary feeling is when you can't roll yourself over, and so like I have to just violently throw myself.
Dude, I just got one question for you. Do you want Joanne to go to the casket with you? Like, is that what you're taking to the grave?
No.
I bet Savannah's gonna be like, I'm getting rid of this thing. You can have it.
Let me tell you something. When I'm gone, she hugs it.
Because she has a sentimental attachment to you.
So I'm a big How I Met Your Mother fan. And Jason, you like How I Met Your Mother.
Yep.
You remember when Marshall goes home
barrel?
after his dad dies, and so he goes home. And Lily gets so lonely that she gets a body pillow and calls it Marsh Pillow.
Oh yeah,
and puts like a jersey on it and all this stuff and sleeps with it.
And he goes home and like reverts to his childhood.
Yeah, and so like,
really
but
sad.
that's what Savannah does is when I'm gone, she hugs
Joanne.
Yeah, and she sleeps on my pillow too when I'm gone.
Oh man, Jason, you want what's your weird thing?
Well, I don't do it anymore. But when I was younger, when I was a kid, I invented my own drink. And I called it, I was going through this phase where I thought I was going to ride bulls because I was like the perfect size for a bull rider.
Okay, I want to say
size for a bull rider.
Within the last 5 years, hold on, when did you get married?
2019.
Okay, I don't think I've heard you say it since you got married and had kids. But before that,
I was still thinking
you were an
about
adult and said that you wanted to ride a bull. So I want to make it clear that you didn't give up on that delusion.
Dude, do you still want to do that? Because we can make this happen.
I would like to. I think I could hang on for 8 seconds.
Dude, I will start researching right now.
Okay. My wife's going to make me go to the doctor
if we set this up and then he dies, like how bad would you feel?
I mean,
it's my
choice.
Fault. Yeah. Well, I mean, now they wear like helmets and protective gear and stuff. I wouldn't ride like a PBR bull. You know what I mean? Like they have bulls for professional bull riding, and they have bulls for like amateurs.
Dude, we're in Banks County. We can just go down the road, find one, strap that thing up, pull that thing, and let it ride. Baby.
Yeah, but
we'll go professional on it. Yeah.
Not like semi-pro.
No, like regular Joe bull riding.
Yeah, like local county fair bull riding.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to do that. Anyways, so I called this drink Strong Cowboy. It was a very unique name. What I'd do is I'd pour some Coca-Cola into a cup.
Okay.
All right, and I'd let all the fizz stop.
Yeah.
Because if you mixed it before, then it would do this. It was gross.
Okay.
All right, so you let the fizz die down, and then you add some milk.
Coke and milk?
Coke and milk.
Like, I mean, that's...
And I called it Strong Cowboy, and it tasted like a Coke float.
Coke float, yeah, that's what I said. Strong Cowboy.
So that's what I drank for years.
Strong Cowboy. I think the name is weird. The name is weird.
I mean, I introduced... my friends would come over, and I'd be like, you know, some Strong Cowboy.
I mean,
Jesus, what are we talking about? Like,
dude, it was good.
There is, all right.
It tasted like a Coke float. I was getting the calcium for my strong bones for bull riding, and I was getting the wonderful taste of a Coca-Cola.
Do not edit this out.
Okay.
There is no circumstance where if another person comes to your house and you say, would you like some Strong Cowboy? Is it not weird? That's weird, dude.
Right. Well, it was a drink.
Yeah, if I came to your house and you walked in and be like, you want some Strong Cowboy?
I didn't think of it that way. Okay?
Just because of that, yes, it's weird.
Is the mixing the Coke and the milk, is that weird?
To me it is, because I'm not a milk person.
I don't know how you thought of it, but I mean, mixing a drink, like, you know, I don't think that's weird, but the fact that you also named it.
Well, because I was training to be a bull rider, so I thought.
In your head.
I don't know what kind of training I did.
Just grew up.
I don't think I did any. I do remember one instance, my grandpa had had a calf or something. It was it wasn't a full grown cow. And he was like, I was talking about bull riding so much, and he was like, tell you what, why don't we'll throw you on the cow.
God, that's such a grandpa move. Let's find out.
And I was like, all right, but give me till Sunday. And he's like, all right, we'll do it Sunday. Because on Sunday we would go to his house, my grandma, we'd eat.
Yeah. Well, that's bull riding day anyway.
Right.
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
That's the championship
I think
day.
I just made that up.
Yeah,
Anyways, so I'm preparing for Sunday. And by that, I'm just like doing nothing. I picked out a shirt to wear. Because when I watched PBR, they all had these vests with numbers on it. Yeah. And I was like, oh, like I need some. So I just got like a rec ball jersey. I was going to wear it that day.
I love that.
So I go, and I was young because he passed away when I was in 5th grade. So I was probably like 3rd grade or something. Yeah. Maybe even 2nd. I don't know. I was little. And so the day comes, and I had already thought it out. I was going to be like a well-known cowboy, bull rider, whatever, because they all wore cowboy hats. And I was going to wear a baseball cap. Yeah. And I thought that would I'd stand out, you know? Yeah. Whether or not I was good, I don't know. But anyways, so the day comes, and I go down there, and I get up against that cow. I'm right there beside it. It's a lot bigger than me. Yeah. And I look at my papa, and I said, I don't think I can do this. And he said, I think that's probably a good idea.
I love grandpa. Papas they know what.
Do you regret chickening out?
When you say it like that, oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like I want to be able to say, yeah, I rode a bull. Out. Yeah. Like, yeah, to find out. Because right now, like here I am, I'm teaching high school. I love it. Yeah. But what if I'd made, a few $100,000 riding bulls?
I mean, it's the same reason I attack Forrest Gardner. You just got to find out. You
miss the bull, you get the horns.
Yeah. Yeah. So y'all ready for my weird thing?
Yeah. So is it weird? Is it weird mixing those drinks?
No, but it is weird with the friends came over and you were like, you want some strong cowboy? Nope, don't. Don't.
I'm pretty sure people have tried it and they like it, so whatever.
So people said yes after you said, you want some strong cowboy?
I mix my drink and I'm like, this is strong cowboy. You want some strong cowboy?
I'd still say no. Anyway, all right. So this one. All right. For the pod. I think this is embarrassing. So as many people know, I love singing. I love to sing, and I'm a terrible singer, and I know that. And that's okay.
You're not terrible.
I wouldn't say terrible.
I'm not. Oh, okay.
I'm terrible.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not like us.
A good singer. Like I'm not a good, and I know that. So. But I was watching, I don't know, I went to church or something, and I heard these people singing, and they had I was like, man, they have really good harmony. I wish I could do that. So now I'm trying to teach myself to harmonize.
With yourself?
Nope. So I will go down the road, play a song, record myself on my phone, and then play it back to see if I can hit the right notes. And I do not, but I'm getting better.
Wait, you do this now?
Oh, currently, yes, 100%. No, I'm going down the road. I got some I got Creed on, and I'm like he's singing that junk, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a little bit above him. I'm gonna get that third note harmony or whatever it's called, and I'm like, I'm gonna hit it, and then I play it back, and it sounds like a dang chicken squawking. But
yeah,
I'm getting there.
You never sound like you think you sound.
Oh no. Yeah,
like if you sing and then replay it, you're
that's just like you don't hear your voice the way everybody else does.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen to this podcast. Yeah.
So, but I want to be able to do that. And so I go down the road and I record myself trying. And then I adjust. I'm trying to get better.
So you have...
What
we need to record.
Yeah,
I would like to record him harmonizing.
Let's go. I will freaking do it right now. I love it. It's oversharing, man. It's a problem. Disclaimer, I know I'm not a good singer. I know that. I know people who are good singers, and I'm not one.
All right, so we started this when Ben was out that time. We tried something about Ben, and everyone loved it. Multiple people have said that's the best part of the podcast so far. So congrats, Ben. We're going to do the same thing for Chris today, since he is not with us. There's something about Chris when he walks into school on Casual Friday in jeans, a button down, and a tie, looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Kindergarten Cop. There's just something about Chris.
There's just something about Chris. When he drives, it makes you feel like you're about to meet your Lord and Savior Jesus. And then he hits a bridge head on and knocks your shoes off. There's just something about Chris.
Something about Chris.
There's just something about Chris. When he shows up to a wiffle ball tournament with shorts down to his ankles, it makes me say, Chris, it's not 2003.
It's just something about Chris.
There's just something about Chris that tries to defend fishing as a sport. But it's all because that's the only thing he knows how to do. Fishing's not a sport. There's just something about Chris.
There's just something about Chris that when you're around him, you just think to yourself, why am I here?
There's just something about Chris.
There's just something about Chris that you just look at him and you're like, that's what 75 years old looks like.
Oh.
Oh man, that was like the only good one I got.
That was a good one. All right, everybody, that's all we got today. Thanks for listening. Remember to hit the 5-star rating and reviews. Follow us on social media. We will announce our 5-star rating and review contest winner very soon. Today we learned that Ryan cannot sing. Ben has an attachment to his childhood pillow. He's even given it a name. And I have not given up on my dreams to be a professional bull rider. And remember,
It's better to be a has-been than it ever was.
Ryan has won every possible award in SHAPOW 2 years in a row. See you next week.
Oh, yeah.
I'd much rather watch Jason try to bull ride.
Listening to you without the music, that was weird. I'm telling you, it made a big difference when he told me to take off the headphones.
It did.
Oh, man, that makes it
That
better.
was classic.
Yeah.
I thought Ben was suffocating over there. So much.
All right.
My eyes are watering
that
for
was great
unrelated
content.
reasons.
He's not crying. He's not crying.
I was.
I was too.
So I took my headphones off thinking that would make it better. and then all I could hear was you.
Yeah.
There's no music. So like,
I was violently shaking over here. I look over at Ben, and he motions for me to take my headphones off. And then I just hear Ryan.
Man, I'm so red right now.
Oh,
I'm so embarrassed.
That
you're
was worth
not-
the listen.
Because, like, I know how bad it is.
you're not a terrible singer. But
For the pod, dude.
That was good. It was
For the pod.
We can end on that.
I think our kids are
Kids are going to bed.
Yeah,